smash the like button, and subscribe.
Okay, immigration. Now, see, this is where I lean left, bro. I'll be honest. Now,
So you're not a free market guy.
Okay, but here's my point. I think that if you are here and you are working jobs that other people don't want to work, not only that, you can be working any job.
Wait, and what do you mean you lean left? Can you tell me what you mean by you lean left on immigration?
On this issue? Okay, for instance, I play Call of Duty, right? I've played Call of Duty with the same guy for 6 years.
Dude, I'm asking you about immigration.
He was here. I know I'm answering your question. He was here under the DREAM Act. Okay.
Okay.
He was brought here as a 2-year-old. He went through public school systems, and I was working offshore as a driller, living in the United States at 26 years old. He got deported last month, bro. He called me from a cell. I've never received a phone call from somebody in a holding cell. And he called me and said, hey, I need an immigration lawyer. I called an immigration lawyer. It was 20 grand for a 50-50 coin flip. Like, that's my homeboy. Dude, he's never been to Mexico in his life. He doesn't even have family there. All of his family's in the States. So he's been deported now. He's in Mexico. He has no money.
Wait, I'm sorry. You know that's because of Donald Trump, correct?
I do. See, that's what I'm saying. I lean left on this issue. I think if
what
you're
do you mean?
here,
What do you mean on this issue, bro? Wouldn't you be like, yeah, I don't want him to be removed from the country?
Of course I don't. That's my homie. I would have paid 20
so then okay, so then do you still support Donald Trump knowing that this would happen?
For tax purposes and money purposes and economy purposes.
So you care more about the money and the quote unquote economy than you care about your friend?
What affects my day-to-day life more, my money or my friend? How do my bills get paid? Not by my friend. I know that sounds heartless.
How does Trump pay your bills more? It does sound selfless, and I'll show you how that selflessness isn't even justified.
I'm just saying.
Selfishness. I don't know why I said selfless.
That was no, you're good.
The opposite of selflessness.
So I do lean left on that issue. I think that if you're in the United States and you are what's considered an illegal alien, which I know that's
undocumented immigrant.
Yeah, undocumented immigrant. If you are here and you're not supposed to be here and you're not breaking laws, I have no issue with you being here. I think, obviously, from an economic standpoint, if there's people here that are spending money, then that's growth. Anytime money's spent, that's growth in our marketplace and in our economy. So I have no issue with you being here and you're not supposed to be here. It's when you're breaking law.
Giving undocumented immigrants a pathway to citizenship if they have not committed a violent crime or bad crime would help the economy. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I have no issue with that.
So then what's the issue? Is if you want to do what's best for the economy, well, then it seems like you would hold a position that any undocumented immigrant in the country who has not committed a violent crime or bad crime should be given a pathway to citizenship.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, he said it'll take him like 9 months. But here's my thing. Yeah, I think the process takes too long, and I don't think it matters who's in office. Nobody, listen, there's checks and balances.
Democrats actively were advocating to do something about it, whereas Republicans are artificially putting limits in place to restrict people from going through the legal process.
Yeah, but here's the point, Parker. It doesn't matter because there's checks and balances. There's always going to be somebody to vote on the opposing side that's going to hang this up, and it's not going to happen.
What do you think checks and balances are?
The two-party systems.
What are checks and balances?
Checks and balances is the 3 branches of government.
So it's not just the 3 branches of government. It's the role in which they specifically play in order to keep each other in check.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So
but the two-party system,
what sets those roles? The Constitution, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Who called for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution?
I can't answer
that. Donald Trump.
Okay.
If he called for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution, he's violated literally Supreme Court orders that were 9-0 in deporting Kilmar Abrego Garcia to an El Salvadorian prison against the determination of the Supreme Court. 9-0, right? He's violated the Constitution in plenty of other ways. That's something that you think.
But what politician hasn't though? This is my point. I hate the
name
system. I think it's
name to me one time Kamala Harris has done that.
I mean, I don't know. I can't answer that. I don't know. But I'll say this, Parker. I think that 100% of politicians are bought and paid for by lobbyists. Okay, that's why I really don't claim a party. I will say this: my day-to-day life was better when Donald J. Trump was in office than when I had.
Wait, bought and paid for by who? How can you say that?
By lobbyists.
Okay, so to clarify, can you
watch that?
Do you mean corporate lobbyists?
Dude, it doesn't matter whether they're corporate.
Okay. Can you define lobbyists?
Okay. Do you know what APAC is?
Yes, I'm asking. Can you define lobbyists? Not every politician is paid by APAC. I just want to clarify.
No. I know that, but I'm saying You probably hate Tucker Carlson. Go watch Tucker Carlson's interview with Ted Cruz. He makes him look like a dumbass. He can't even explain.
I don't dispute that Tucker Carlson made Ted Cruz look like a dumbass in that scenario. That doesn't mean Tucker Carlson's good.
I'm not saying he is or isn't, but what I'm saying is all these people take all this fun, right? Okay, for instance, let me give you a scenario. Let's say Parker is a senator, right? And I tell Parker, I say, hey, look, I want you to vote this way on this issue. And I have this $4 million home in Miami that I have right now. And I'm going to put this in your name, right? And then you'll be able to sell that for that money, okay? So that's me indirectly giving you money to vote a certain way that I want you to.
Okay, so by the way, you think every lobbyist does this? That's not every lobbyist, by the way.
No.
You don't know what lobbying is, but I just we can base it on like specifically what you're referencing. You're saying people give money to candidates in order for them to have a particular position. So you think every candidate does that? Okay, then
I would say the vast majority do.
Okay, well, name to me specifically in the cases of AOC, Bernie, right, or for example, Zoran Mamdani. Give me any person specifically that has bought them out. Name to me. Give me any evidence.
Let me give you a scenario. Nancy Pelosi. How much money does she make working?
Can you answer my specific question?
I can't give you an answer because I don't have a specific scenario, but I will tell you that if you look at anybody that is paid by our federal government on a salary position, how are you making $200,000 a year, but your net worth is hundreds of millions of dollars? Can you explain that to me?
Okay. So I mean that's I mean, obviously if that is the case, you'd have to clarify whether or not they had that money prior to they got into that position, or whether or not it's because of the fact that they make money off of doing certain things.
I mean, I'm just saying, bro.
So by the way, I just want to clarify, you can't point to one or two people within Congress and be like, the entirety of Congress is this way now. You have changed the claim from the entirety of Congress to most people, right? And you have yet to even mention a specific person, right, other than Nancy Pelosi.
Dude, there's not a single person that works in Congress that doesn't have a net worth less than probably $10 million.
Really? So Bernie Sanders? AOC?
Bro, what are their net worths?
Bernie Sanders' net worth is like $3 million. AOC, it's like
offshore accounts. Besides the money in their offshore accounts.
They don't have any offshore accounts. What are you talking about?
Bro, come on. Dude, listen. Bro, do you know that I was literally speaking with somebody about this? Okay. I was at a poker table a couple weeks ago.
What evidence do you have? Can you give me any evidence?
I can't. I cannot do that. But I will say this: there's too many loopholes in our tax code for wealthy people, and both sides.
So I don't dispute that there are too many loopholes. You know who adds more loopholes? People like Donald Trump to help his rich buddies. If you think that you're going to have a better system because you voted in Donald Trump for like the tax loopholes, you're delusional.
But he makes, in my personal opinion, I'll just say this: I've been in the workplace since Donald Trump was in office, and while Joe Biden was in office, my day-to-day life was better in the 4 years Donald J. Trump was in office. And I'm just giving you
what years was he in office?
From 16 to 20.
Okay, so in 2016 it was good.
I'm not saying it was good or bad, and you're also just.
You just said it was good under his administration. I'm just asking. I'm asking. Wait. You said it was good between. You said it. Hold on. Let me clarify. Let me clarify. Hey, bro.
All right.
Let me clarify. You said it was good between 2016 to 2020, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so in 2016 it was good, correct? I'm just clarifying.
I mean, I'm not saying it was.
So
I would say it was better towards the end of his term than the beginning. But yes, I understand that the president's policies affect the next person's term. I do understand that. But what I'm saying is my day-to-day life was significantly better. And not only that, but
Can I respond?
Yeah.
So you know who was president in 2016?
Who's president?
Obama.
In 2016, yeah. And then he turned it over to Donald J. Trump.
In 2017.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So if it was good in 2016 already, then how did Trump make it good?
How did Trump make it good? Well, I would say that, in my personal opinion, he looks out more for the middle class than anybody.
Really? Name one policy he passed that looks out for the middle class.
Because he's a businessman, whether you hate him or not.
Give me one policy that Donald Trump has passed that benefits the middle class. Give me one policy.
Okay. Why did we shut down the pipeline? Why did we do that? How many jobs did we lose?
Are you talking about the XL pipeline? That was a Supreme Court order. Of course you want Donald Trump to violate Supreme Court orders.
Terrible. The new Green Deal, what a waste of money.
The Green New Deal is not a policy that the Biden-Harris administration passed. You're delusional.
I'm not saying they did, but I'm saying he's trying to cut spending. It's basic math.
What
If we
spending?
cut
What spending? The
spending,
increased spending, specifically deficit
the
spending through the
condoms
big
sent
beautiful
to
bill?
Uganda, $5 million worth of condoms
That you
sent.
just made that up. Totally made
No, no,
that
no,
up.
no, no. Look it up.
You
Look
want to
it up.
bet?
We sent $5+ million worth of condoms to
Wait,
Uganda
wait,
to prevent the spread of HIV.
yeah. By the way, that wouldn't be a bad thing if it was the case. Can you please provide me a source for that?
I can't swipe up, but
No.
Google
Yes,
it.
you can. Yes, you actually can.
Wait, it won't turn it off. I don't know. I'm not
I won't be able to hear you, but you can come back, and then I will be able to hear you once you come back into the app.
Okay, but my point is
Oh,
trying
he's not
to
going to
cut
do
the
that.
deficit. He's trying to cut the deficit by
No, he's
cutting
not. The big
spending.
beautiful bill
Useless
adds to
spending.
the deficit. Did you know that the Committee for Responsible Federal Budget analyzed specifically the the Harris administration's campaign plans and the Trump administration's campaign plans? And Trump administration campaign's plan was literally $4 trillion more debt-related spending over the next 10 years compared to Harris's campaign plans. Did you know that?
But what you're not saying is what about Harris's campaign whenever she misspent her campaign money and was in debt by the end of it?
Can you give me a source for
Wasting
that?
her money
Give me a source for that one too, because that one there's no good evidence for
wasting her
either.
money
By the way, I just want to clarify: there's
on
no good evidence to support that claim either. Can you provide me a single source for that?
Bro, listen.
Look, this is his
Wasting
source,
her
chat. I
money
found
on
his source.
concerts.
His source is
On-
right here. Look at this, chat.
On concerts.
Look at this, chat. Look at this. Look at this source.
Y'all missed the entire demographic. That's all I'm saying.
Diabolical.
It wasn't diabolical. All I'm saying
You
is
are
I want
diabolical.
somebody no, I'm not. I actually agree with you on a lot of things, but what I don't play about is my money, dude. I don't play about my money. I work too damn hard. I work 70 hours a week to not keep
If
more money in
if a
my pocket.
foreign government came to you and said, right, would you sell out the country for $40,000? Would you do it?
Well, okay, wait. What was that? So hold on.
Yeah, like would you sell out our country for $40,000 if a foreign government came to you?
Fuck no.
No. Okay.
No.
Okay. You for $40,000. What about $50,000?
No.
What about $100,000?
No.
What about $200,000?
No.
What about $300,000?
No.
What about $1 million?
Maybe.
Okay, well you're not making $1 million from Donald Trump being president. So based upon specifically what you said you would vote based upon in terms of it benefiting you, it doesn't benefit you clearly enough to sell out your country for. Donald Trump called for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution. He threatens our democracy, our rule of law, right? Our core American values in terms of immigration. And yet you're sitting here saying that you support this guy.
So here's another thing. I feel like I had to vote for the lesser of two evils, okay? And that's just my honest opinion. Now, the reason I'll say this, the reason I would
And thank
say
you for
I
the
would
dean rate,
validate
everyone.
Trump
Thank you.
is typically, besides the money aspect, the left has this crazy ideology that Ryan, which that is my name, Ryan has to pay for other people to live their day-to-day life. I have no problem with my money helping people, but here's the issue. They use and abuse the system, and there's no way to regulate it. And that's my issue.
There is a way to regulate it. We currently have a
But it's
process to regulate it, but I just want to let you know,
But it's
you're complaining about your money going to help other people. Well, welcome to society. Welcome to society, dude. Did you just learn that you live in a society?
Where people sit on their ass, play the system, and
Who's doing that? What system
What do you mean?
specifically allows for you just to sit on your ass, do absolutely nothing?
dude, what are you talking about? That happens all the time. These people play
Where?
the system.
What-
Dude, they
what-
have more kids on purpose so they get more money.
So
and
they're
they
doing
are
things.
told-
So they're doing things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're told not to go to work because they can live off of the government for
Okay.
free.
So you want to
Well,
increase
I-
the child tax credit through the big beautiful bill, right?
To be honest with you, I didn't even read the Big Beautiful Bill. All I know is
You know the big beautiful bill through the tax, or how about the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act? Because the Tax Cuts and
Not
Jobs Act
really.
increased the child tax credit. So do you agree with that?
No, I don't. I think it's good for a middle class family, yeah, with 3 kids who both have jobs and barely are barely getting bills paid and live week to week or month to month. Yeah, absolutely. I think they should get more of a tax credit. Now, the person with 7 kids who doesn't have a job and has 7 different baby daddies, no. I think that's bullshit. I think they do it on
Dude.
purpose so they get more free shit.
Who the fuck is doing this?
There's tons of people that do this, and not only
Who?
that, but we're paying people who aren't
Who?
even supposed to live here to do that.
Dude, if you
What are
if you
talking
think
about?
if you think most people that are on social services have is specifically a woman, only a woman under your view, by the way, right? Is only a woman that has 7 different baby daddies, right? Like
That's a
what?
thing, bro. That's such a thing.
What?
I don't
What's
know. It might
no,
not be a thing where
no.
you're at,
The
but
the
that is
on,
dead
no
ass a
the
thing.
the only person that has led to that is someone like Donald Trump because he's a serial adulterer. You understand that, right?
That's outrageous. That I
Yeah,
can't.
yeah.
I
So
can't. I
how
can't.
about we reference that? His kids.
I can't agree with that. I can't agree with that, bro. Listen, he had money before he was even a
I just
president.
want to
Like
clarify.
he
Wait,
was,
so okay, so it's okay when Donald Trump, right, causes there to be children with multiple baby daddies, but when it is
he's
specifically,
paying for
literally
them.
like
Is my point.
people who
He's
are
paying
in
for
need,
them,
when
though.
there's people who are in need, right, and are relying on social services, then you're like people shouldn't be able to get access to that.
No, I think that the people who actually need it should get it, and the people that are playing the
People,
system
wait, you're
for
saying
it
people who
shouldn't get it.
actually need it? How do you evaluate whether or not someone actually needs it?
That's exactly my point, Parker. You can't.